See how the track's shaping up. I'm gonna get him against the ropes.
You're gonna die.
I am gonna die.
I'm about to kick this guy's ass on your behalf. I'm about to feed him a Broadway knuckle sandwich. Ooh.
The lives of Broadway performers are busy. They only have a few short hours between their matinee and evening performances, and they're giving us an inside look, from grabbing a bite to unwinding, plus a backstage tour. Have you ever wanted to see what we do in the time sandwich between performances? Follow along and find out.
This is Broadway Sandwich. Today we're at the Winter Garden Theater, currently being haunted by the ghost with the most, Beetlejuice.
It's showtime. Welcome to a show about death. I'm gonna need some help.
Beetlejuice is based on the 1988 film of the same name by Tim Burton, about a strange and unusual teenager who meets a recently deceased couple and a demon that turn her world upside down. This historic building was built in 1896, but not as a theater. It was the American Horse Exchange. In 1911, the Shuberts bought it and turned it into a theater. Beetlejuice was nominated for 8 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. This theater has had so many stars and shows. Fanny Brice, Bob Hope, Gypsy Rose Lee, Mary Martin in Peter Pan, Barbra Streisand in Funny Girl, which made her a star. More recently, Cats, Mamma Mia, and School of Rock. Today we're meeting up with Rob McClure, who plays Adam, a role made famous on film by Alec Baldwin. In 2013, Rob was nominated for a Tony Award for his performance in Chaplin. Rob and I met during the first revival of Jerome Robbins' Broadway at the Muni Theater in St. Louis last summer. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. Nah, I'm not gonna do it.
Hey, Rob.
How was your matinee?
So good. We're
Yeah?
having so much fun with this crazy show.
It's incredible.
It's so
You're
fun.
incredible in it.
Thanks, man.
So what's the plan between shows? Because you only have a few short hours before you gotta get you back.
Before I go get something to eat, I have my old high school was actually at the matinee today. So I'm gonna go do a talk back with them, which I love to do between shows. I do them all.
And tell our viewers what a talkback is.
A talkback is basically our chance to talk to sections of the audience who have questions. I love to shatter the sort of the idea that what we do is this exclusive club
Yeah.
that they should be scared
The
of.
proscenium line is so hard. It's
Yeah.
like us and them.
Yeah.
So we're all the same.
That's the main reason why I love doing talkbacks is to like break it and come out and just talk. What's something I wish I knew before I went into show business? That not getting a part has more to do with you not being right for it than being good enough to do it. I auditioned for years and didn't get a single callback. Not one callback. Not even get the part. Not even a callback. For years. And then I got my Broadway debut. 2002 was a play called I'm Not Rappaport with Judd Hirsch and Ben Vereen. Oh my God, I am a Broadway performer. And then I didn't work again for 4 years. You do not make it. You just keep chasing. How long did we take to prepare for Beetlejuice? So, if you're starting with the writing of it, a decade. But if you're starting with preparing it for Broadway, we have 4.5 weeks of rehearsal in a rehearsal room. Then while we're doing that, they're building this magic here. And then we have about a 3-week process called tech, where you put together what we've been doing in the room with what they've been building in here. And then you have previews, and previews is, I think, the hardest part because you're rehearsing all day during the day and then doing the show for an audience at night and making changes every day. How many of you, is this your first Broadway show? Okay. My first Broadway show ever was on a school trip in 6th grade. It was at this theater, and I sat in mezzanine D8, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows up, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows in to see Cats. And I thought at that time that being on Broadway was the most ridiculous, unfathomable pipe dream that would never, ever in a million years happen to me. And I just opened a Broadway show in the spot where I was thinking that. We live in a world now where no job is safe. You can get screwed over by any job. So why not go after the one that makes you happy? Amen. Cool. Thank you, guys. Thanks.
That was so beautiful.
Oh, thanks, man. It was so fun to
They're
have you
from
there.
your hometown.
Yeah.
Are we going this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
They are a good group of kids, and the thing I love most about like doing that kind of thing is so many people, especially educators, like to tell them how hard it's going to be.
Yeah. It's
so
also hard when you have a hinge on your face.
They're dreaming of being on Broadway with a hinge in their face. Yeah, sometimes the
That's
layout
beautiful.
doesn't really work out for you.
You've never been in a show from the beginning that got nominated for Best
That's right.
Musical,
It's the first
You
time I've
mentioned
been in a show when it got nominated for Best Musical.
Yeah.
And the longer it runs, the better it would be for my kiddo, because I'm a dad.
that. Who we're gonna meet?
What? Yeah.
Right now.
Let's go see Maggie and my baby.
Perfect.
Okay,
Let's do it. Okay.
Yeah.
There's Maggie. Hey, cutie.
Hey.
Hey, Maggie.
How you doing?
What's going on? Good to see you.
Good to
Hi,
see you
Sadie.
too. Say hi, Karen.
What's going on, Pumpkin?
Hi.
She's so beautiful.
Thank you.
Oh, sweetie. Thanks for meeting us between shows.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
With the baby. You know, I saw Beetlejuice, which is incredible. You're amazing in it, and you sing a whole song about not being sure you're ready to have a baby.
Yeah.
So you were doing that while you were thinking,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to have a baby. Maggie and I are going to do this.
You know, it's so cool how the roles you play grow up with you. Playing a young guy thinking about, okay, is it time now? And am I ready for this? And am I right in the thick of it? Has been awesome.
This is your 7th Broadway show.
Yeah.
7.
7.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's incredible.
Yeah, I've been super lucky.
Yeah.
I really have. My Broadway debut, speaking of lucky, they were doing this show, I'm Not Rappaport. So I was working in the box office and understudying the show, and 2 weeks into that run, they said the show is moving to Broadway and we're bringing everyone, and here's your equity card. And that was my Broadway debut. So super lucky. Then came Avenue Q, which was life-changing.
Which you guys did together.
Yeah, we did
Eventually.
tour together. Yeah.
Now, one of the other things that you are so known for, before I met you, before we did a show together, I heard Rob McClure is A, the nicest guy in the business,
Oh,
but B,
God.
is such a wonderful leader backstage.
I just worked with a lot of people who appreciate the collaborative nature of it. And Tony Danza, actually, when I did Honeymoon in Vegas with Tony Danza, and he asked company management for a picture sheet of every employee in the building and memorized it before he got there. So he could walk in and say, "Hi, Susan."
Wow.
And he knew that Susan would go, "Whoa, Tony Danza thought I was important enough to know my name." And just that tiny gesture can make someone's day and immediately make someone want to spend time with you, want to work with you, want to help you, help each other. So I've worked with a lot of people who have taught me that, you know, that's really valuable. Okay, I would finish this flatbread, but I have to go do my pre-show warm-up, and having a full stomach is not ideal. I will explain.
Okay. Well, let's go.
Let's go. Sorry,
All right.
I'll pay on the way out.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so first of all, the sun is shining.
Yay, the sun came out.
Second thing, it's a favorite part of my show, 60-second sandwich.
Let's
as
do it.
many questions as you can answer in 60 seconds.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Five clues ready.
Okay.
Time. Now, is the user Alyssa Paciulo. Have you ever taken a prop from a show? If so, what's your fave?
Yes, the bendy cane from Chaplin.
Favorite part of Beetlejuice to perform?
Ah! Our death.
Tons of fans want to know. What's your dream role?
Ebenezer Scrooge.
45 seconds. Instagrammers, The Real Beth Rich and Crafty Zesty Italian Dressing, hey, want to know about the difference between comedy in Something Rotten versus Beetlejuice.
Something Rotten is a nod to traditional musical theater, and Beetlejuice is more contemporary.
30 seconds. Hannah Grace says, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? This is important.
Breyer's Mint Chocolate Chip.
Haha Harrison Bryan asks for advice on creating vocal stamina for long runs.
We'll drink lots of water and get lots of sleep.
20 seconds. Ellie Carrots. Ellie Carrots, favorite role ever played and why?
Chaplin, because of the accountability to the real guy and his family who came to see the show.
12 seconds. PETA123 wants to know your craziest onstage mishap. 10 seconds.
Nosebleed.
Nicole Grace 921, you still get nervous?
Every day.
Annette Raiden, I have a problem being in my head while I sing. How do I let that go?
Chill out. There are people dying.
Time's up! Chill out, people are dying! Perfect, you nailed it. Love that. How many questions was that? You got 10.
Yeah! I'll take
Fantastic.
it. I'll take it.
All right, perfect. Oh, we're going this way.
Okay,
Come on,
good.
back to the theater.
All right, good.
Now, you are kind of well known for your pre-show rituals. Tell us about what you do before shows.
I run the seats to get my diaphragmatic breathing going for my singing.
Gazoon tight. And it's a great warm-up for your show, and
Yeah.
it gets you in the zone.
Yep, and it
Connect to the
and it
audience.
connects me to the room.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you go.
A13.
Okay.
Get out of my way. They leave it kind of roomy at the Winter Garden. D2468. This was the seat that I sat in 23 years ago to see Cats, my first Broadway show. Right here.
Dreams come true.
Dreams come true!
It couldn't be more perfect.
It's crazy. And so the first time I ran the seats, I got up here and I was like, oh, this is where I sat. And then I had this like sweet idea. I thought, you know, I'm gonna leave a note to whoever's in D8 just saying like, hey, I don't know who you are or what you dream of. What I was dreaming of when I sat here 23 years ago is as far-fetched as whatever you might be dreaming of. And that's the thing, you know, it might be your 400th performance of something, but there's a family of 5 who've been listening to the Cast album in Iowa, and they've never seen it before.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if it's your 400th time because it's been this huge event for these people who, you know.
So what number show is this for you?
So tonight will be my 2,283rd or 4th.
Okay, so they're gonna open the house up because
Yeah.
they're gonna let people in who are gonna watch you perform. But before you do that, can we see your dressing room?
You want to play Punch Out?
You know I do. Let's pick up those sticks.
Oh,
Wait, so you've only been here a month?
yeah.
How is it perfect already?
I like a room. I like a room, and I like to place an order with the universe that will be here a while.
It's so nice.
This has backfired many times.
Oh, it
You
looks
go ahead
great.
and decorate, and then
You got the full bar just in case your show doesn't go
post-show
perfectly.
booze. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
post-show booze. My handbook for the recently deceased. My book of dad jokes. A lot of this stuff is actually really sentimental. That's the production that made me want to be an actor.
And these are some of your other roles?
And these are costume renderings. And then this is the set rendering of a drop from Mary Poppins at the Muni. If you haven't noticed, I'm a sentimental fool.
So having these things in your room make you feel just more homey and more prepared
Just
to go
at
on
ease.
stage? Yeah.
Just at ease.
Calm.
Yeah. It just feels like home, you know, and it feels like I'm surrounded by good.
I love you. Have a great show. Thanks
Thanks.
for spending time with us.
Are you kidding? Anytime.
All right.
You're the
Have a
best
good one,
ever.
Kitty. Bye, love you. Get it.
Bye.